guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm just doing a quick update on the Pace Edwards Switchblade tonneau cover. I've had this on my 2018 Nissan Frontier for 3 years, just over 3 years now, and I wanted to give a nice long-term update in case you were wondering if this tonneau cover would work for you. So let's just go ahead and get at it. It's going to be simple, so let's go. Alright guys, here's a quick overview of the Pace Edwards Switchblade. So what this is it's like a hybrid cover. So on the top here you'll see it's vinyl, and then underneath is a kind of a rolled top aluminum, and then up at the front of the unit is a canister. So this whole thing rolls up inside of here. I've been really happy with the quality so far. There's a couple little nitpicky things. Well, not nitpicky. There's one kind of major issue. We'll get to that here soon. So as to be expected, you can see some of the seals have kind of broken up a little bit here. Again, it's been 3 years out in the environment and stuff out here in Colorado. The sun really beats up on everything, so these little rubber seals and stuff will kind of come apart. I'm not sure if you can replace these, but not a big deal. As far as the vinyl goes on the top of the cover, I don't have any punctures or anything here, no cracks or anything like that. It's just a little bit dirty, as you can see, but other than that, it's basically in perfect condition as far as the top goes. You'll see there's also a rubber seal that meets the tailgate. There's no cracks or anything in it. There are also some rubber seals along the bed caps, and those are also in really good condition. There's no cracks or anything in those either. Some of the maintenance to this is you're supposed to lube these up once in a while. I haven't done that at all in the last 3 years, and they've been just fine. Let's go ahead and open it up. So one little gripe I've got is this does have a spring to pull it back into the canister, and it basically has stopped working. So you can see it doesn't move at all when you release it. So what I've had to do is either manually pull it and go around the side of the truck and push it all the way in, or release it and give it a shove. It's not a big deal, just be aware of that. There is a pull strap here, which has been sort of handy, so you don't have to walk around and pull it. This thing, I always forget about it. It usually gets stuck under everything that I have packed in the back of my truck. It does have this little Velcro piece which attaches, is under here, so you don't lose it, but just keep in mind if you stack something on top of that, it'll get stuck and then you won't be able to open it. Let's get to the big issue here. So you can see this tube here. This is the drain tube that comes from the canister, and the connection point in between this tube and the canister is a plastic, it's almost a barb, but it's very proprietary to this thing because it locks into the canister underneath of there and then connects to this rib tube. The issue with this is if you shove a bunch of stuff into your truck bed, this piece is going to break. On this side, I know you can't really see it, but this side has broken off. The little piece is still in here that connects the drain tube. So here's that little piece. So you can see how kind of proprietary this thing is. So it goes up in the bottom of the canister, and then it twists the lock, and then the tube connects with this little piece here that sticks out about that far. And if you hit it on the side, it totally busts. Pace Edwards charges $100 for the kit to replace this. I can't just get this piece. I've looked on the internet, unless you can find a link or something, but I can't find it. This is the only piece I need. I still have the tube. So that's the one really disappointing part. I might just have to pony up the money to replace it, but yeah, anyway. All right, so since this is a canister type tonneau cover roll up, it does take up a bunch of the bed. The Frontier already has a really small bed. This isn't even, it's not quite 5 feet. So once you close the tailgate, it's not even quite 5 feet here to here. You do have to keep in mind the actual cover does not go all the way into the canister. So if you're loading something tall, you're losing 3 inches. You're losing about 3 inches there. The canister itself is about 10 inches, so you're losing about 13 inches here to here, at least on the top. So if you need to load something big in the bed and with the tailgate closed, keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and measure that. And I'm going from the plastic tailgate liner there. So you're looking at 44 inches to the front of this rubber gasket. And it does lift up a little bit, so maybe get like another inch there. Now from the actual canister underneath here to the plastic piece is about 47¼ inches. And then the height in between the floor and the canister, you're looking at about 12 inches, so well, let's say 11½ inches. And keep in mind this is kind of pliable plastic as well. So I've hit this thing, I fill this bed with firewood, all of our camping stuff. I go to Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever, and I've hit this a lot. And there's no cracks or anything in it, so it's held up really well, and I've had no issues there. All right, guys, I know it's a really short and sweet video, but I did have somebody ask if I had an update video on this, so I figured I'd take the time and do it. Would I buy another one of these for my Nissan Frontier? Yeah, probably. I do kind of wish I got a actual bed cap, so like a cab height one. Sometimes it's kind of hard to fit everything in here. Like a couple weeks ago we went tent camping and I wanted to bring a 20-pound propane cylinder. It will not fit underneath of here. The tonneau cover itself fits flush with the top of the bed rails. So maybe if you got a fold-up tonneau that folds up towards the window, you might be able to fit one under there. Since the actual sliding part sits a little bit below the bed rails, a 20-pound propane cylinder will not fit upright inside of here. You may be able to tilt it a little bit and kind of mount it in there, but I just end up sitting it inside of the cab of the truck when we go camping with our tent anyway. You know, the one other this is really disappointing, is this little plastic piece. You know, I don't think they should be charging $100 to replace 2 full assemblies when all I need is this piece. Pace Edwards, if you're listening, I just want this. This should only be like $1, $2, whatever the heck it is. I mean, it's a little piece of plastic and you're charging $100 to replace both drain tubes and these pieces. So maybe if you could offer these, I can't find them anywhere, but anyway, that's a little disappointing, but you can see it's held up really well. I've had no qualms with it. It's kept everything pretty dry. It does get a little water inside here, which is kind of a given because of the gaps in between the tailgate and the truck. There's also a little gap right here where the rubber is, so water will get in right there. And this side it isn't as prevalent, but water will still get in there. And then again on this side of the bed cap there. So when you're loading your stuff, just make sure like in these corners, like here and like right here, you're not putting anything that you don't want to get wet. Everything that's that way is okay, except for of course where that plastic piece was, where the drains are, because it's now dripping into the bed of my truck. But otherwise it never gets really wet up there. It's just in these corners. You can get like tailgate seals that go all the way around to try to mitigate water getting in, but you'll never completely keep it dry. All right, guys, so simple video here, but if you have any questions or anything on the Pace Edwards cover or anything else about the Nissan Frontier, just let me know. Again, this is a 2018 Frontier. This cover should fit just about any year Frontier, so anywhere from 2005 all the way up to even the new ones, because I've seen, I mean, this is pretty adjustable as far as where it sits on the bed, so you should be able to fit it on the new ones, no problem. Don't quote me on that, but I have seen guys fit different tonneau covers on the new trucks, so it shouldn't be a problem unless they come out with a new one. Then you might as well buy that one. But anyway, if you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments below. Otherwise, please check out my other videos, and it would really helps if you hit that subscribe button. Getting real close to 1,000, so here's hoping. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.